think the rest I'm going to hog out with the flex shaft. Just get a little cutter and run around the edge there. And I'll bring you back after I've done that, and we'll glue that sucker on there. I just tidied up the edges a little bit with a little cutter on a flex shaft, right angle drive, and ran it around there, so we're ready to glue it in. And got E6000 here. Stinky stuff, but works pretty well. It ought to be close to enough. Just butter it up. Butter that side. Alrighty. Let's see, that goes that away. Kind of stick it in there. I'm going to get a paper towel because I see where this is going. Mojo mess. At least for a little while. Alright. We just stick that down. Let it squeeze out. And I'll trim off the excess later. Try a little leverage here. That ought to do it. Well, I'll put this stinky mess outside for it to evaporate. And we'll bring you back and see what the next step is going to look like. Well, alright, after a few additions, refinements, and other things, here's what we ended up with. Where we left off was putting the belt material on this side, and on that side I decided to put some polyethylene that came from some old coat hangers that I melted down, so it's recycled, and just poured it into a pan, let it solidify, and popped it out and made a sheet, and cut it out, inset it just like I did the other side, and a little sanding, a little coat of polyurethane, and oh yeah, another little improvement I didn't show. I kind of got carried away with doing stuff off camera, but right in the end there you can see that's a 1/2 inch diameter piece of steel that runs about 2 inches down. I put that in there to give it a little extra heft. And I had thought about, you know, doing something on this side and doing something on that side, but as I was handling it and kind of messing around, I said, I kind of like being able to choke up there like that, and, you know, for just gentle tapping. And so I said, I'm just going to leave it two-headed. So what we got is a dead tree limb whittled down with agricultural drive belt on it and recycled coat hangers. Oh yeah, and an old, let's see, what was that out of? Well, it was part of a car. I remember that much. It was, oh yeah, it was a ball joint shaft. Yeah, that I'd cut off and put in there. So this is your kind of a Johnny Cash implement here. It got a little bit of everything in it, but sometimes that's what it takes to get a result if you don't want to go out and buy new materials. Anyway, one thing it is good for, aside from working a chisel, which I'll show you in a minute, I wanted a soft side like here of the rubber to tap, kind of give it a push on the chisel rather than a hard tap. And this other side is good for flattening out things or tapping in. You could tap in a peg, whatever. It's got a piece of brass here that I'd cut off, and anybody who's worked with sheet metal knows that when you cut it, it tends to curl. And what I did was anneal it so make it soft, and you can straighten it out reasonably well with your fingers, but a bigger sheet might be a little difficult. Anyway, I'm going to take this in and just kind of tap it down. Make it flatter without marring the surface, because if you use a regular metal hammer, you're going to be putting dimples in it. So I'm satisfied that it performs at least two functions. And let's see, let me get a chunk of wood in here and tap the chisel. Actually, I think I got it going the wrong way. It may be wanting to slide. Let me do this, and then stay out here where you can still see me. And I'm going to tap with the rubber side. Right here I got it choked up quite a bit, so I can just gently tap it. And that works just fine. That's just what I wanted. So there it is. Yeah, who knows what we'll come up with next, but I didn't want that piece of branch to go to waste after I'd whittled on it, and so I got something I can use now, and I actually needed a small little thumper like this just for light work. Anyway, there it is. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you next time.